Hey guys, is everybody on here? Hey, I'm here, I think. Okay. I love that we have Creature Brittany here. Hi! Hi! I'm almost to my last quarter, and I took this class on literacy. And the first day, the teacher asked us what being literate meant to us. Oh, I know! That sounds like being literate when it comes to writing. And myself included, thought about how literate and literacy pertains only to reading and writing. Come to find out, it is a lot more complicated than that. So it got me thinking all quarter how all of these big concepts fit into my life. I'm coming to you guys for some help how to fit these into our lives, since you two were a big part of it and are still me, just not current me. What is literacy? All right, to get the ball rolling, have either of you heard of a discourse before? Like, has anybody in a conversation ever said, I'm within this discourse, or I used to be? I don't know these words you're saying. Discourse? No, I don't know what a discourse is. What is a discourse? Well, from what I've learned, and this is where makeup artist Brittany comes into play, being a part of the makeup community puts me in that discourse, or I should say, you are a part of that discourse. You actively went to school. What does literacy have to do with us? So that was our discourse. How we were able to identify other special effects makeup artists based on the way that they look, the jargon that we do, like talking about Provozade, Ultracal, Hydrocal. Like, if you're just walking down the street and you go up to somebody and say, hey, do you have some Hydrocal? Like, they're not going to get it unless they are a special effects makeup artist. So that makes us in the discourse because we're able to identify and talk with other people about it. Interesting. So what you're saying is I'm a product of your special effects makeup discourse. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So we were able to find our way into the special effects makeup discourse, but it also started at an early age. Well, I was really obsessed with horror stuff for a really long time. And then mom totally understood, and we were able to go to cinema makeup school. We taught ourselves. We were learning throughout acquisition. We completely acquired stuff that we had not been formally taught. And when we went to CMS, we had actual teachers to sit and give us the actual like bookwork knowledge. And we were able to sit there and listen, and we were able to see what they were doing, but we were taking notes. We were in school. But when we were younger, we were just outside throwing the blood around, grabbing all the toilet paper, just shoving it on our face with the liquid latex and just seeing what happened. And with that knowledge, bringing it into the school, we saw that what we were doing, it wasn't wrong. But we were able to figure out a little bit how materials work, how long they take to dry. I know what learning is. I know what acquiring is. I never put them together like that. Thank goodness Mom was able to fund our way into cinema makeup school. She ended up being our literacy sponsor. Our gateway in, our door opening was through her. If we didn't have that sponsorship, there's no way we would have been able to access the learning information from our teachers. Yeah. Thank goodness we had a sponsor to get us to school. Did we ever have problems with limited knowledge? I knew how to do everything that they would ask on sets. It was annoying though when they give you a call sheet, tell you where to be, tell you what to do, you read the script, and then you get there and it's not at all what they said they were gonna do. But I knew how to do it. You're just reminding me of all those times we went into places just thinking we knew everything. And we were at the top knowing not a lot. We knew this much. We thought we knew all of it. But then the deeper we got into the discourse, we realized, holy cow, we really don't know a lot. And we went down and saw all the other stuff that we just had not acquired or learned yet. But before we got to that down point, when we were up high, we were like, we got this. We know everything we do. The Dunning-Kruger effect. I like to think of it because it makes sense to me. You're narcissistic, a little cocky. You're very confident. And I definitely think, looking at you now, that's where we were. The two of you thought you knew it all, but you didn't. That sounds like an imposter. I think Makeup Brittany is still suffering from one of those syndromes. How did you do when you felt like you were being an imposter? Yeah. When you're trying to fit in and you have absolutely no clue what's going on. You think you do. You have a very, very small amount of knowledge, whereas you thought you had a bunch, and now you're feeling like an imposter. And now we're suffering from the imposter syndrome. Oh man. All those times we went to those gigs and the director comes up to you, hey, I've just decided that you're going to do this thing now. And you're like, yeah, I can totally do that. And inside you're going, wow. I planned for a whole other character and now you've completely changed it, added 3 more characters. And then between shooting, you decide that they're going to go from killing themselves to not killing themselves. And back and forth and back and forth. Oh, and you just feel like you just are not doing anything correct. But you've got to exude that confidence. You got to do it. Yeah. I think I'm a product of mush faking. You're not wrong, Creature Brittany. Oh, sorry. I don't know, you were blabbling on. I'm gonna have to go soon, though. We were mush faking. That's what we were doing. Exactly. All of those times that we were freaking out when we were completely equipped to do what we were doing. Maybe not entirely. That is to be important when it comes to mush faking, but we made it work. We always made it work. Every time. Even if what we were doing wasn't exactly what they were asking for, they never even knew what they were asking for. You know, there were those times where I really did not know what I was doing. I didn't know what it took to come up with an exploding head when you told me you just wanted slit wrists. Or you wanted a burn victim and now you want somebody to look like they froze to death. But then you go, well, that doesn't quite make sense in the context of your story. We are mush faking here because we don't really know what their story is. But they go, okay, yeah, you're right. You know what's the worst? Feeling like everybody else knows what they're doing, but you. I would never admit that to anybody. Only myself. And there you are. I remember that. I remember how I just assumed that everybody knew what they were doing. That there was just this huge room full of special effects makeup artists that just had this booklet just in their head. And on a dime, they could just figure it out. It was a completely imagined community. That's exactly what it was. So how does this pertain to what you were learning in school? Like, how does it all come together? I'm curious. Everything we just talked about, that's what encompasses the secondary discourse, special effects makeup. We were in it. We became literate. We mastered the secondary discourse. Although I'm sure you like to believe that you have mastered it. I definitely still think there's a lot that we can learn. I know. But that's what my teacher was talking about in this class. Like, literacy far reaches just reading and writing. You can be literate in so many different things. And for us, it was special effects makeup. We could just say makeup too, but really, it was special effects makeup. We went in, we acquired, we learned, we had access. We suffered from the Dunning-Kruger effect, where we knew everything. Then we felt like we didn't know anything. We were imposters. We mush faked. We did it all. That's what literacy is. Trial and error, going after it. And that's what discourses are. And that's what a secondary discourse is for us. Special effects makeup. Right on, guys. Well, it's good to see you too. I hope that literacy makes more sense to you now. Alright, I get it. I understand how I'm the creature that I am today. It was all through the special effects makeup discourse, which the two of you learned through acquisition when you were younger, and then learning the older that you got. But I still think you mush faked my look. So, thank you. Bye, guys. Cool. See ya.